We just talked about the impossibility of getting new genetic information as required by neo-Darwinism. But one must ask, what about Richard Dawkins' famous computer simulation which randomly produced the Shakespearean phrase, "Methinks it is like a weasel"? Right? Does that prove that random mutations can bring about new information? That's what we're going to check out. Dawkins created a computer simulation which collected 28 characters, including letters and spaces, and just continued to randomly rearrange characters and spaces. Now, Dawkins programmed it so that closest matches would be preserved to the phrase, the Shakespearean phrase, "Methinks it is like a weasel." Now, as it got closer and closer, the right characters would be preserved, the others would continue to be rearranged and changed out with other characters. Now, there's one big flaw in this simulation. Yes, over time, there are closer phrases, such as, "Methinks it's like a weasel," right? That's close. After that, it's not long before you'll get to "Methinks is like a weasel." But there's a fatal flaw in the way Dawkins created this experiment, and that is, he imposed guidance on an unguided random process. You see, he made the simulation so that it would preserve the closest matches to the phrase, "Methinks is like a weasel." However, in the world of nature, there isn't that guidance. By definition, he's trying to prove an unguided process by imposing guidance on it. Now you might say, okay, but natural selection, in a sense, does impose this guidance. However, every organism that's alive has specified complex information. We saw that in our previous video, so check that out. So we saw that random changes are going to corrupt this functional coherent information. It's got specified complexity. It has to be just right for the function to be there. As you randomly change these sequences, before you get a new functional sequence, you're only left with loss of previous function, which results, in the world of nature, loss of fitness and therefore death. Therefore, trying to mutate this genetic information without guidance is going to result in death, because it only results in loss of function. You never get to the second mutation because the first has only injured the information that was already present. All that Dawkins' simulation proved was that putting something together, an invention together gradually, requires guidance, requires intelligence. So this, if anything, is proof for an intelligent designer behind life.